Yeah, you know the vibe. Welcome back, all my addict fanatics. Let's ride. Step in the door, we up in the rafters. Dust on the box, but it's gold we're after. Old school games, cards, tapes, antiques. Every little piece got a wild story to speak. Flip that lid, hold it up to the lens. Memories hit, feel it rush through your friends. From the shelf to the screen, that magic habit. You tuned in for more Andy's Attic. Welcome back, all my addict fanatics. Hit that like, make the comments go manic. Treasure on the floor, every find is dramatic. You're rocking with the one, Andy's Attic.
My name is Johnny Wockenfuss, and you're going to see a video telling a little about my life story. Enjoy.
Welch hasn't always been that way. It was actually a model of prosperity in the 40s and 50s. It was the wealthiest town in West Virginia, and it wasn't particularly close. It was a destination for a good-paying job and a good backdrop for William Wockenfuss, a shipyard worker from Baltimore, Maryland, to meet Mildred Stewart, the daughter of a lumberjack from Oceana, West Virginia, and start a family, with John being born in 1949. They'd moved back to the mid-Atlantic, Wilmington, Delaware to be exact, a few years later. The pipeline of lower to lower middle class laborers to and from southern West Virginia and Baltimore was well documented. It goes deeper than the long-standing Bluefield Orioles of the Appalachian League, with proof being my own family tree. My grandmother, Joanne Whalen, a coal miner's daughter from McDowell County who moved to Aberdeen, Maryland when my great-grandfather contracted black lung in the mines and went to work on an assembly line in the budding aircraft industry. It was there she'd meet my grandfather, John, as he returned from fighting in the Korean War, and they'd settle back in the heart of the Appalachians. When the Washington Senators chose catcher John B. Wockenfuss in the 42nd round of the 1967 draft, scout Joe Branzell commented that he walked into an old house that was dilapidated, in the worst shape of any he'd ever set foot in, and the first words out of John's mouth were, "Where do I sign?" The signing bonus was $500, but Branzell was confident that John would have paid him $500 to play. This is behavior born of a mindset of breaking the family cycle, which is still very prominent in Appalachia and other underprivileged areas today. The best and brightest never stay, they just embark on a life constantly chasing opportunity elsewhere. John's road through the minors made pit stops in Geneva, New York, Burlington, North Carolina, Shelby, North Carolina, and Pittsfield, Massachusetts before he was traded to the St. Louis Cardinals organization, and again in short order to the Detroit Tigers organization. John's stats at the plate were above average for a catcher's, but his nickname, Wildman Wockenfuss, preceded him. He had a temper and a tendency to tear up dugouts with a baseball bat when frustrated. He was known for breaking his hand in his high school quarterback days, trying to punch his teammate, a receiver who dropped a crucial pass. He had a take-no-prisoners style and suffered many concussions as a result of being a catcher in general and crowding the plate with a Pete Rose-esque stance that he'd eventually scrap for his signature closed-off stance. He finally broke into the big leagues in August of 1974 after 8 years in the minors. The Tigers utilized him as a true Swiss Army knife of a utility player, doing time behind the plate, at first base, all three outfield positions, and as a DH. He was a member of the Riders of the Lonesome Pine, a name the Detroit Reserves gave themselves based on the novel Trail of the Lonesome Pine. We all know Wockenfuss named it, I mean, come on. On July 12, 1979, at Comiskey Park, the well-documented disco demolition night that ended in a riot and forfeit by the White Sox before the second game of a doubleheader, Wildman Wockenfuss, who was geared up to catch Game 2, stood guard of the entrance of the Tigers clubhouse as intoxicated rioters destroyed the field. His only career walk-off home run occurred in one of the final games of the 1982 season against his childhood team, the Orioles, crippling their playoff hopes. It was good old-fashioned bad luck that Wockenfuss would be dealt to the Phillies during spring training of 1984, a season that would see the Tigers dominate all year and win the World Series. John was frustrated at the move because he was under the impression he'd finally see his shot at a starting role, but once again, he was a utility guy. He'd be out of baseball by 1986. In 2014, Wockenfuss was outspoken about the MLB rule change designed to reduce home plate collisions. He would officially be diagnosed with dementia a couple years later, citing that his hands shook so bad that he could no longer sign autographs. He wanted to see a safer future for baseball's young stars. Dementia eventually led to his death in 2022.
Hello, everyone. My name is Johnny Wockenfuss, and you're going to see Andy's awesome collection of me. Enjoy.
All right. Thank you, Johnny, for that awesome introduction. Today would be Johnny Wockenfuss's 77th birthday if he was still alive. Any of you that have watched me with Commenting Collector in my October Collector's Chat found out that I was a fan of Johnny Wockenfuss. I know I said in the video that I had every card of his. Obviously, that wasn't true. There's so many cards of different players out there. And once I got off that episode, I was intrigued to see how many actually I had in his collection because I knew I had a lot. Purchased a few rare ones that I didn't have after that time. But I was always intrigued by Johnny Wockenfuss, not only his name, because as a teenager, and even still to this day, at times, in order not to say cuss words, I say Wockenfuss, like instead of, what the F. But anyway, I'm dating myself because I can't use that around younger people. They have no clue what I'm talking about. So I hope you find that a little comical in its own. But anyway, Johnny B. Wockenfuss would have been 77 years old today. I figured what a better time to, showcase him and my collection of him. He was a utility player for the Detroit Tigers. Shout out BK. He played catcher, all three positions in the outfield, first base. I'm sure he played, I think they might have said third base. I'm not positive. I'd have to read up and see how many games he played at each position. But he was a backup catcher to Lance Parrish for a long time. Video in the beginning explains some of his upbringing and, into his death. I also have another video or two that I will be playing some clips during this video. But Bedbeard, this is what I meant the last time. It was a lot worse the last time. But anyway, let's get on to the cards. He's an interesting player, wild man, Wockenfuss, and with such a unique batting stance. I'm not sure if anyone in the majors has ever even used that batting stance or anyone since. So maybe y'all use out there, maybe you even know somebody that had an awkward batting stance or a unique batting stance. And you could write it in the comments. One other thing I wanted to mention, I am so behind on catching up on comments and replies to comments. I apologize. I'll probably spend most of tonight getting back to y'all. It's just been such a hectic work week, and I put out 2 or 3 videos last week, even though some of them were pretty short, and I just haven't had time to get back to all of them. So I apologize, but I will get back to you. And I also want to congratulate our new Hall of Fame inductees and the OGs that have finally made it into the Hall, the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. All right, let's get back to my showcase here, and I'm going to show you a binder I have with some Johnny B. Wockenfuss. See you on the flip side. All right, and we are back. As you can see in front of you, I have 2 more souvenir helmets. You're probably wondering where the heck does he get all these souvenir helmets from, but I have a collection of them, and one day I will make a video displaying them all. This is actually my second time making this part of the video. I apparently forgot to hit record and totally I'm editing it and I don't see any cards. I'm like, okay, take two. So anyway, I'm going to do this a little different than I did the first time anyway, so it might be better that I did do a second take. So with that being said, we're going to put this binder up. This is my John B binder. I'm going to pause this a second so I can take this off the tripod, and I'll see you in a couple seconds. All right, this is my John B Wockenfuss binder. We're going to start off here with his rookie card in 1976 Topps. Sorry for the glares. Let me see if I can move this. There we go. All right, this is my John B. Wowman Wockenfuss binder. John B. binder, as I like to call it. I do have other cards in it, like my Stashy Stash, Davy Lopes. A few cards of him as well. Anyway, there's the 1976 Topps as his rookie card. He did not have a card in 1977 Topps for whatever reason. We have the 1978 Topps and the 1978 Burger King card, which I also have shown in a previous video. I have a graded version as well. We have the 1979 Topps, 1980 Topps, and as you can see, this is a blank spot because that 82 flare is behind that page. I left that open because I may add an autographed 1980 Topps card. I may, there is one that was an error card without his name on it, but the guy wants like $65, and I'm not paying $65 as much as I like Johnny Wockenfuss. I'm not paying $60 for his card. So anyway, there we got the 81 Topps, the 81 Topps Coke, and an 81 Topps sticker from the sticker album. Yeah, the 1981. And I leave open spots just in case I get autograph cards or, you know, I find another rare card that, you know, you don't see too often. But there's the 81 Flair, clean shaven, 81 Donruss. Where's that beautiful stash? Go down to 82. That is the regular Topps issue and the O-Pee-Chee, with my sentimental favorite set right there, the 82 Flair. Got the 82 Donruss. These are 83 Topps sticker and an 83 O-Pee-Chee sticker. There's the 83 Topps. '83 Flair, 83 Flair sticker, 83 Flair stamp. '83 Donruss and his catcher's gear. It's a cool card. But I also have the auto, as you can see. 83 Donruss auto. I'll go down here, and that's the 84 Topps, 84 Topps Tiffany, and the 84 Trade It. And the 1984 Topps Trade It Tiffany, 84 Topps sticker, and 84 O-Pee-Chee sticker. And you can see the difference between Topps, and then that's the O-Pee-Chee. There is a difference of the backs. Got the 84 Flair, 84 Flair update, Fortnite stash. It's an 84 Donruss. 1985 Topps, 85 Tiffany, and the 85 Topps with the beautiful John P. Wockenfuss auto. And as it said in that previous video, he started getting to the point where his hand shook way too much that he couldn't even sign autographs anymore. So that makes these autographs in my collection a little more special, even to me, knowing that. It's the 85 Flair, 85 Donruss. He also had a minor league card. And in some minor league, he was a manager for Glen Falls there. Toledo Mud Hens, manager. The Salem Buccaneers as well. There are a few minor league manager cards I think I still need. Let me go to the Tasty Cake set. I actually have the sets, the Philly sets from both these years. Just to be able to display these cards, I went out and bought 2 new cards after that video that I talked about Johnny Wockenfuss. You can see there's a baby in the background there. Anyway, this is kind of like a Stratomatic style card, autographed by Mr. John Wockenfuss. The back side you can see. This is from I guess the late 70s, this says 76 batting records, so I'm guessing these were either probably 1977, I would say the year after when these came out. All right, that's what I got for you in this special showcase edition of one of my favorite guys that aren't a star or a Hall of Famer. I just really thought he was cool. I think his story's cool. Unfortunately, he did pass away, but I plan on adding some to this collection as well, autographed. You know, I actually seen an autographed bat that I really like. We'll see what happens with that, but anyway, that's what I have for you, and I'll see you on the flip side. And I'm back. All right. I hope it wasn't too horrible of a video. It's kind of hard with these pages and the glares and all that stuff, and some open spots in there that I'm going to be filling over the next year. I don't need that many cards to complete his whole entire master set. I'd like to add a few, maybe more autographed items, being that he's a not a very popular player. They're pretty reasonably priced, although there was as mentioned though, he is one of the rare players that I collect based on just being an oddball and being, you know, a unique person. You could see in the next video that is going to be coming up on here how he kind of probably changed his life a little bit as he got older, because and accepted the role of the utility rather than be temperamental and kind of control his temper from his younger days, like they explained in that first video. So I hope you enjoyed my showcase on Johnny B. Wockenfuss. Today, like I said, is his birthday, and I want to focus on this and get this out tonight while it's still his birthday. And I hope maybe you learned something. Maybe it inspired you to, you know, showcase some players on your channel that are not often talked about, or had a unique personality or stance, or just something, you know, that set them apart from the rest. So let me take these stupid old man reader glasses off, because I'm not reading anything right now, and I just don't want to give in to old man time. You know, father time has been beating me down the last couple months. So Anyway, so I'm going to send this off to a clip. And then Johnny is going to come back on, and he is going to send you into a little tune that I wrote last week for this video. And hope you enjoy. It's based on his batting stance and his unique style. So hope you enjoyed this. I feel like I was a little off during this video, but I am not going to redo it. It's just I woke up probably about an hour ago, so I'm a little out of it still. And it's been an exhausting week. With that being said, we're going to go into the next clip. And have a super freaking awesome weekend, everyone. Peace, y'all.
If the Tigers have a player who can do everything, and he doesn't do it with regularity but never complains, it would be John B. Wockenfuss. John B. Wockenfuss saw action last year as a catcher, first baseman, outfielder, and designated hitter. One would suspect he's growing a little tired of being a backup catcher, backup first baseman, backup outfielder, and sometime designated hitter. But not John B.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of first base once in a while behind the plate whenever Lance needs a rest, and unless I lose the job, I think I'll probably DH against left-handers. I know they're trying to get another right-hander, but that doesn't bother me. I just have to do my job, and if I can do that, then I should be pretty well set.
But John, when you get on a real tear and you really start hitting the ball, and you can hit the ball well with power,
Yeah.
and don't you start to say, hey, what am I doing here? Why am I the designated everything? Why can't I be the something instead of
Well,
the designated?
I don't know. I really haven't given it much thought. Once I did get hot, I was in the lineup quite a bit against left-handers. Matter of fact, I was in there all the time, and
Then it must
I
give you
don't worry
some,
about
hey, look, hey, maybe it's about time that John B. not be give Lance a rest here, go over to first base, give me a shot.
no,
I have that kind of ego?
No, I don't worry about those things.
I know you may find John Wockenfuss's attitude kind of hard to believe, but if you know this man, you know this is exactly how he views his role with the Detroit Tiger organization. I'm Al Ackerman on the road with the Tigers in Lakeland, reporting for News 4 Detroit.
Thank you for watching, everyone. And now you're going to hear an awesome tune written for me by Andy. Take it away, maestro.
Old English D on his chest, dust on the plate, sweat on his neck, mask hanging loose in his hand. Crowd getting loud in the old ballpark stands. He digs in, twist of the shoulders, hands high then lower and lower. Every kid in the bleachers tried to copy that crazy stride. Johnny Wockenfuss stands alone, crazy stance, but he made it his own. Hey, from Detroit nights to the highlight reels, swung that bat like a spinning wheel. You can laugh till the ball is gone, 'cause Johnny Wockenfuss stands alone. Signals flash, catcher's eyes, foul like he's telling every dreamer, kid, you can still win.